So Damon, we talked a lot last week about how it was a little bit unseasonably warm and we weren't really feeling that for Christmas. So are we kind of going to see those colder temperatures return now, or?
I'd say we're not going to be as warm as we were over
Okay.
Christmas, but it looks like the mild air is still not going much of anywhere
Okay.
as we wrap up the year. So yeah, things staying status quo. We'll try to get the snow in the forecast, if that's what you're asking.
I'm just kind of wondering if we're going to be like where we're supposed to be this time of year with like the
Gotcha.
seasonal average, or sort of what you think.
Yeah, a little bit more mild than that here.
Okay.
And we have that out there today, starting to transition away from some of that chillier air that we experienced yesterday and produced some of the snowfall and also that bit of sleet that mixed in as well. I wouldn't say it's warm by any means just yet, but again, this is warmer than what we experienced out there yesterday, sitting at 39 degrees. And of course, part of the reason why temps are still a little bit on the colder side is because we have a lot of cloud cover ongoing out there across Hagerstown and most of the viewing area. But we have carved out a little bit of that warmth down to the I-95 corridor right up through D.C. and Baltimore, 52 in Leesburg, 51 Germantown, and 55 in D.C. and Chantilly. Again, that's that surge of warm air that is slowly trying to go to the north and west as well, but quite the temperature difference here along the Interstate 81 corridor in the upper 30s and lower 40s. So again, it's a little bit of a stark difference here today, and that cloud cover has a good deal to do with it, but soon enough we should level off these temperatures and we will all end up mild back in the 50s with time the rest of the week. Check it out too. Again, I mentioned how cloudy it is, and it is going to stay the rest of the day. Very little going on in terms of any precipitation, but the cloud deck is locked in place over us here for the remainder of this Tuesday. And that's on the very back edge of this latest storm system that produced that wintry weather yesterday. And there's another one following in its wake. We're going to see the same active pattern going for the next several days. And that next storm system is going to be arriving for us later tonight. And that's when another round of scattered rain showers are going to be moving their way in. Nothing too substantial, but we're back to a near repeat for our forecast tomorrow. Dry during the day, and then we see the next round of rainfall move in on Wednesday night. This one will be a little bit on the steadier side, and then the strongest storm system of the entire week will arrive on New Year's Day. And all in all, we're going to be making quite the dent into our recent dry conditions given the continuation of these storm systems that bring about these pretty steady rainfall amounts. So checking it out again, going toward the 3 o'clock hour today, very gray, but still very dry. You don't have to worry about any rain showers if you're going to be out and about. But later tonight, here comes that next batch. Not all that much going to be moving through the area, but very scattered rain showers will at least make things a bit damp and soggy as we get into the start of your Wednesday morning. Check it out. Going toward the noon hour tomorrow, again, looking very, very quiet at this point. But notice how as we head toward the evening time, we transition over from just the cloudiness to more rainfall moving in. Look at this, a steadier batch moving through during the overnight hours. But that's also a nice thing with these next couple of storm systems. They're all going to be taking place at night, so it's not going to be of high impact to your day if you're going to be out and about. And as far as the rainfall totals go for the next couple of storm systems, again, nothing too crazy to write home about, but a quarter, maybe even up to 3/10 of an inch, a decent dent into our dry conditions to start. And then we could add an additional 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch on top of that with the steady rainfall moving in on New Year's Day. All in all, we are staying pretty mild in the 50s straight up until the start of 2022. But we do see a cool down, a rapid cool down behind that strong storm system into early next week.